Next, we are going to discuss about the basic difference between the PERT and CPM. So already we have recalled the least cost, latest finished, earliest start, etc. And this video we are going to define the difference between the PERT and CPM. The full form is PERT is program evaluation technique. CPM is critical path method. So it is a probabilistic in nature. It is deterministic in nature. இங்கே number of time estimates we have the 3 time estimate T0, TM, TP is involved. Here only one time estimate. If you focus with the time, it is an oriented, it is a cost oriented. But types of project is we usually take the research development and non-repetitive project. And here we are going to construct the construction, production and repetitive projects. So cost consideration, cost not directly considered, cost optimization, crash are possible. Here we are going to discuss the floats and its type. There are the different types of floats are there. So before entering into the types of the float, we have to know what is meant by float. Float is the amount of time by which an activity can be delayed without activity the project completion. Activities of the float have a zero float. The types of the floats are total float, free float, independent float, etc. First float is total float. The total time by which an activity can be delayed without delaying overall project. So the total float formula is nothing but uh, LS minus TS or LF minus EF or LI minus TEJ. So these are the formula. So after previous class we have considered the latest finish earliest start. After finding that if you subtract the latest finish minus earliest finish means we can get the float, or else we can subtract the latest start and earliest finish means you will get that value. So again we remaining floats are there. So free float, independent float, interference float. Free float is nothing but free float, the amount of and time of an activity can be delayed without delaying the earliest start of the succeeding activity. So free float is nothing but EI, EJ minus EI. EJ means the tail event. So if it is 1 to 2 means we have to consider the tail event as J, head event as I. 1 is considered as I event, tail event is J. So EJ second value, EI first value. Independent float means the time by which an activity can be delayed without affecting the preceding and succeeding activity. So it will be a negative, then it is taken as 0. Interference float is nothing but for subtracting the total float minus free float, the portion of the total float which affects the float of the succeeding activity. So we have to recall all the times or types. It is very important. So already in the previous class itself we have find the problems based on that. So usually they will ask the total float, free float and independent float. That float we are going to analyze easily. So once again I will recall all the values. So once again, what is formula for the early start means? Early start is nothing but an forward pass calculation, whereas TIJ is nothing but duration of the day activity. For example, if you cross 1 to 2 means if you take the 4 days means that is nothing but TIJ. So if you cross 1 to 2 then we are crossing 2 to 3 means if you take 1 to 2 for 4 days and if you move to 2 to 3 days means 5 days means totally we have covered 9 days. So that is addition of the forward pass calculation. Forward plus calculation usually denoted from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that we are going to calculate, and it is considered as a maximum value and we have to add the maximum value. So main formula is EJ is equal to maximum EI plus TIJ. But if you go with that latest finish means we have to apply the backward pass. Backward for calculation is nothing but 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 like on, and we have to move that value by subtracting the value and finding the minimum value. So these are the PERT and CPM. Already I have told what is PERT and CPM. And next is free float, total float, etc. That is also very important. in the calculation of the critical path. So usually in the critical path they used to find the critical path and as well as the uh, total float, pre-float. The activity of the critical path, we can mark this as an zero float, so that if you got a value zero float means that value, that range, that path where you will get the answer as zero float. For example, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5 means if you got the zero float means that path is identified as a critical path. So I think it will be useful finding the critical path and free path. So thank you for watching this video.